Rigathi Gachagua impeached himself 1 year ago. Juzi amesema sisi wabunge tumenunuliwa, atitupeleka yeye nyumbani. Hakuna mjumbe ambaye amenunuliwa. Parliament of Kenya, the National Assembly, tumepata ujasiri kutoka kwa vijana wetu wadogo wale wa Gen Z, vile walikuja wakaingia bunge la kitaifa. Sisi pia bunge la kitaifa tumeamua tunakuwa huru, tumeamua kutetea demokrasia ya Kenya, tumeamua kupigana na maneno ya ukabila Kenya hii, na tumesema kabla mwaka huu ikwishe, Rigathi Gachagua, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, atakula Christmas akiwa raia wa kawaida, ndio aendelee na maneno yake ya ukabila huko kwa kijiji yake huko.
Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. We have witnessed the supremacy battle between President William Samoei Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua. They have used their proxies to attack each other. Kimani Ichung'wah, the majority leader, has maintained his onslaught against Rigathi Gachagua. William Ruto has charged members of parliament who have ditched Rigathi Gachagua and they are endorsing the Interior CS Kithure Kindiki, the man who was elected 2 years ago to become Ruto's running mate. But Ruto, in his wisdom or lack of the same, decided to go with Rigathi Gachagua. And he is regretting that decision to pick Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi, on his hand, has got his soldiers, people like Major Dong, people like Gakuya, people like the senator of Kiambu. And they have made it very clear that if at all William Ruto will continue to disrespect Rigathi Gachagua, then they are ready to fight it. Rigathi has maintained that Mount Kenya gave William Ruto substantial number of votes and therefore he should be respected. He is on record as saying that he was elected by the people of Kenya and therefore if anyone wants to ousted him from that position, he should wait for 2027. But ladies and gentlemen, you've heard Didmas Baraza, the Kimilili member of parliament, saying that before December, Rigathi Gachagua will be impeached. Today, he added petrol to injury. He has given us the indication that Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment plan has been approved. And someone who is very close to William Samoei Ruto, none other than Oscar Sudi, has confirmed that Rigathi Gachagua is going to be impeached. And I want us to read the tweets. Then I'm also going to play for you a video where Rigathi Gachagua is literally pleading. And when you look at the facial expression, it seems he has realized that it is no joke. He's going to be impeached. Now, this is what Didmas Baraza said on his X handle. That ataondoka sio kwa kutembea, lakini kwa kukimbia, na sio tu kukimbia, bali atakimbia na kugeuka nyuma baada ya hatua 5. Na kisha kuongeza mwendo kasi. Kazi ni nyingi, mawiki ndio machache. That is Didmas Baraza saying that Rigathi Gachagua will be running. He will be removed from that office. He will be removed and will be chased. He will be running. Not only running according to what Kimilili, the Kimilili member of parliament, is saying, but he will be running at a very terrific speed. That is what he's telling us. And he's saying there's a lot of work. It's not that we don't have time. Mawiki ndio machache. Now, Oscar Sudi, a man who's believed to be the mouthpiece of William Samoei Ruto. If you want to know what William Ruto thinks and feels, it is Oscar Sudi. After the sentiments that were given by Didmas Baraza, this is what Oscar Sudi said, just to corroborate and to confirm that Rigathi is going home. Because Didmas said, kazi ni nyingi, mawiki ndio machache. Then Oscar Sudi says, maximum 2 weeks. I repeat, 2 weeks. And I can assure you that those sentiments reveal that Rigathi Gachagua is going home. I want you to listen to Rigathi Gachagua pleading in a church today, because it seems like his intelligence or the people around the president or his people have told him that indeed you are going home. I looked at Rigathi Gachagua, a man who just the other day was in a rally, and he was very brave. He was firing warning shots, and he was saying that it is not going to be business as usual. I want you to look at the countenance, the body language of Rigathi Gachagua. He is a man who is pleading and is telling William Ruto, you promised that you will not subject your deputy president to disrespect. This promise does not need any money to implement. And he's saying that I still believe that you are going to protect me. It is like Jesus at the 11th hour when he realized that death was coming. For those who read the Bible, he said, Father, if you can make this cup pass away, please do. Rigathi Gachagua seems to have tensed. It seems he's staring at impeachment, and he's literally pleading. Kindly listen to Rigathi Gachagua.
I want to ask my brother, my boss President William Ruto, to be cautious and do the right thing. Let's keep our house together. Let us not be destructive. And let us not reintroduce the politics of betrayal. President William Ruto is the greatest beneficiary of the people of Mount Kenya destined for betrayal. Our people hate betrayal, and they are very unforgiving if you betray them. I ask my brother, President William Ruto, not to be tempted to go to that direction, because these people will be very unforgiving. When there was an attempt to betray him, the people of this region said, no, we don't like betrayal. We don't entertain betrayal. And for that reason, the people of this region stood with him to a man to express their displeasure at betrayal. If the people of this region feel betrayed, as they will, if we go into that direction, these people will be very unforgiving. That's just my advice. It doesn't have to be taken. I've been around for a long time. Mimi nimekuwa hapo wakati ya Moi, nimekuwa hapo wakati ya Kibaki, nimekuwa hapo wakati ya Uhuru. Sasa niko hapo, mimi najua mambo mawili matatu. Hii watu ya Mlima Kenya mimi nawaelewa sana. Kisaliti watu, uhusiano yako na hawa itafika mwisho. And it cannot be salvaged. I still think there is room for the president to put his house in order, talk to everybody, and let us get back to work and serve the people of Kenya, execute the mandate that they gave us. We gave very many promises. We need to keep those promises. And it's important that we keep those promises. The other day I asked the president to keep one promise to the people of Kenya that requires no funding, requires no IMF, requires no World Bank. He promised the people of Kenya that under his watch, his deputy will never be humiliated. Didn't he promise? We're asking him to keep that promise. If he can't keep that one promise, nobody can trust him to keep any other promise. So it's up to him. It's up to him. Sisi tuko pale, sisi ni watu wa Mungu. And for me, I'm comforted by the fact that when things were very difficult for President William Ruto, and he was under a lot of attack, a lot of schemes, a lot of intimidation, a lot of humiliation, a lot of harassment, Mungu alisimama na yeye. Huyo Mungu alisimama na Rais William Ruto. Hakuna bahali ameenda. Si yako tu. That is my comfort. Ya kwamba huyo Mungu hakuna bahali ameenda. He's still there. So let us see how things unfold.
This is self-explanatory, and we can deduce just three things. Number one, the impeachment plan has been approved. William Ruto has approved it. Kimani Chungwa and all the brigade in the UDA, the wing that supports William Samoei Ruto, have approved that Rigathi Gachagua is going home. And this is supposed to be a warning shot. And the timeline has been given. At first, Didmas Baraza said before December. Then he said, kazi ni nyingi, masandio machache. Then Oscar Sudi, I should say, fixed the last nail on the coffin by saying 2 weeks. And he repeats, I repeat, 2 weeks. This has been approved and we are about to witness fireworks. I know it is going to be dirty. It is going to be a very messy divorce because William Ruto married a lady in the name of Rigathi Gachagua. He's not a pushover. It is approved. Number two, ladies and gentlemen, the UDA or William Ruto has gotten the numbers that he wanted, the requisite numbers that is needed to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. And I think it is because he has the support of the ODM members. You know, there have been threats and rumors that Rigathi Gachagua would be impeached. But before they got the support of ODM, before they appointed the Opiyo Wandayi and John Badi and Joho and Oparanya into the cabinet, they were not sure of the numbers. But it seems the ODM has also approved this impeachment motion and they feel that they have numbers. Rigathi Gachagua said it the other day that William Ruto formed a broad-based government with Raila Amolo Odinga, and he accepted it, though, you know, with a lot of reluctance. But then he realized that immediately they formed this broad-based government. Then sources told him, sources close to William Samoei Ruto, that there were plans to impeach him. And Rigathi Gachagua has tried to fight hard, but the die is cast. And it is going to be very messy because I've seen the warning from his people. But you see, in Parliament, it is not about the warning, it is about the numbers. I don't think William Ruto can venture into an exercise that is going to humiliate him, because if you try, if you attempt to impeach Rigathi Gachagua and it fails, then it backfires on you, and you know what Rigathi Gachagua can do, because under the constitution, William Ruto cannot fire him. So if he tries the only way, the only constitutional way, by doing it in Parliament, and it fails, then it's going to backfire. So I think they have the numbers. I also saw DP, a man who was remorseful. The reality dawned on him that indeed is being impeached, is about to be impeached. And I think he's giving maybe the final plea. If this cap can pass away, if William Ruto can intervene, if William Ruto can do something, it is like the ruling that was made by Justice Mugambi, who sentenced the acting IG Gilbert Masengeli for 6 months jail term, but he said it was a coercive judgment, so that if Masengeli would present himself in court, then that judgment would not be effected. It is like Rigathi Gachagua is pleading that I might toe the line. But in his plea, Rigathi is using his people as a shield. He's using Mount Kenya as a shield. And he's reminding William Samoei Ruto that you went through the same predicaments, but we stood by your side. We protected you from our own son. So Rigathi is pleading and is using his people as a plea. He's telling William Ruto, if you dare, then you will have my people to contend with. But William Ruto seems to be looking very far away for support in 2027. William Ruto seems to have made his mind that is going to seduce Nyanza, Western Coast, and basically Raila's support with. I also tend to think that maybe they have agreed that Raila is not going to contest and Raila is going to back him up, because if he was not very sure, he cannot make such a move. And so, ladies and gentlemen, under the new constitution, Rigathi is going to be the first deputy president to be impeached. What baffles many is that we knew they were going to be enemies, but we thought in their second term. This has come so soon, with William Ruto saying Rigathi Gachagua had a plot to topple him using the Gen Zs. Rigathi saying, I have been disrespected. William Ruto has allowed his ministers to insult me. It is going to be messy. It is going to be chaotic. But that is the nature of our politics. Interest first. And if you displace interest, then it is betrayal. The only two constants in our politics. On which side are you? None. Because it is not about us. They don't disagree because of our interest, but rather their own interest. Someone is saying that this could be a diversionary tactics to take us and keep us away from their Adani deal. The new and the real elephant in the room. We are yet to see, but from those sentiments, I feel that Rigathi's impeachment is ready.